Hello everyone, hope your day is going well, and thank you for tuning in. Today I want to talk about the rise of self-help content online, especially on YouTube. On the surface, it seems like a good thing. Everywhere you look, there's someone offering tips to make your life better. But in reality, I think a lot of it is repetitive, shallow, and in some cases even toxic. We've all seen the titles. Give me 10 minutes and I'll change your life. Or this video will find you when you need it most. You click it, and what do you actually get? Usually it's going to be the same recycled advice wrapped in dramatic packaging. Back in my day, we just called that clickbait, and honestly, I still think it is. Now let's start with one of the most obvious examples, the Manosphere. On one hand, the push for men's mental health awareness has been positive. It's great that young men are seeking more information about fitness, success, and finding purpose in life, but at the same time, it's become the perfect way for the wrong people to farm influence. The formula is simple. Start ripping steroids to get in great shape, rent a supercar or a mansion for your videos, and then start preaching about why your audience is failing. It's influencer gold. But here's the catch. Most of that content is built on half-truths and toxic framing. We've all seen it. Andrew Tate clones, the podcast where one guy pretends to be insightful while dunking on a table of women, the alpha male gym bros talking down anybody who doesn't look like them. The psychology behind it is clever. A lot of young men feel lost when they first step out into adulthood. They're building their identity, they're lonely, and they're questioning their worth. These gurus step in and say, it's not your fault, it's society. Women inherently only want the rich, powerful, and strong. The only way forward is to grind. That message resonates because it relieves personal responsibility while offering a path forward. Of course, the path always involves buying a course. The sad truth is that most of these courses are empty. The same secrets you'd find for free on YouTube or by reading a book, packaged with a hefty price tag. But here's the thing. The Manosphere is just one piece of a larger puzzle. Let's discuss the problem with self-help as a whole. Self-help can absolutely be useful. The first time someone stumbles upon a video teaching basic hygiene, social confidence, or gym routines can be life-changing. But the problem is what happens after that. Once you've learned the basics, you start to realize that most of the advice out there is just the same points repeated endlessly. And because creators are chasing algorithms, they start spicing things up with gimmicks to stay relevant. Take teaching men's fashion, for example. When I first came across the channel, it was genuinely helpful. Simple things like skincare, grooming, and basic style made me feel more confident and capable. But fast forward, and now a lot of the content has shifted to clickbait like, how to get a girlfriend so fast it feels illegal, or advice on looks maxing. I don't want this to be a dig at them exactly, since their channel still houses some good advice, but I just wanted to use these titles as an example. This absolutely isn't unique to that channel. Search how to get a girlfriend or looks maxing and you'll find thousands of videos pushing the same shallow, sometimes manipulative tactics. Thumbnails of chiseled faces, mewing, hunter eyes, they're all unrealistic expectations sold as self-improvement. The bigger issue? This shifts self-help from growth into performance. It's no longer about becoming a better version of yourself, it's about looking like someone else entirely. So much of this is shallow, why are people still watching? Well, it's simple. Loneliness. We live in one of the loneliest times in modern history. CDC statistics support this as rates of people struggling with despair and checking out of life are at an all-time high. The recent worldwide event accelerated it suddenly. Many people learned they could get by alone with just their phone and the internet. And while technology connects us, it doesn't replace real interaction. Humans are hardwired for social connection. Without it, we get depressed. Studies show loneliness is just as damaging as smoking a pack a day. But instead of finding community and engaging in physical interactions, many turn to self-help videos hoping to fill that void. This has been a sweeping change in our society as long nights in a booth at Taco Bell with the boys have turned into screaming at Warzone on Discord until 4 AM. At first, it feels good. You're learning, you're working on yourself, but when the advice is shallow, repetitive, nothing actually changes. You watch more hoping the next video will be the one to fix things, but it's the same cycle. You feel bad about yourself, you watch more videos, convince yourself that you can be better, and then fail because you're not actually focusing on building better habits. This is how the self-help machine thrives. It feeds off of unresolved problems. Problems that will never be solved because they're just telling you that the problem exists. They won't actually tell you how to solve them, because solving your problems means you don't need them anymore. The revenue is gone whenever you're gone. We're also not going to discuss the problem with short-form content on Reels or TikTok because, yeah. Just know that these platforms house some of the most damaging content imaginable. Manosphere clips spread like wildfire here on men's For You pages, and I've seen so many Reels in what I call my Gym bro car guy pretending they have emotions section about just going ghost mode and how their therapy happens at 160 miles an hour. Guys, quickly, listen to me here. Cars can make you happy. However, cars cannot be a replacement for real therapy. Distracting yourself from your problems does not actually help. Now, I don't want to paint everything with one brush. There are genuinely helpful creators out there. For example, Healthy Gamer GG, hosted by Dr. K, an actual Harvard psychiatrist, dives deep into real struggles, not just surface fixes. Take another channel, Dad How Do I, which teaches practical life skills alongside fatherly advice. What makes these two different is experience and intent. They're not selling you a fantasy, they're sharing wisdom. And even then, their content only takes you so far. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Self-help can only do so much. Watching endless advice videos doesn't make you grow. Doing does. You can watch 100 fitness videos, but if you never step into a gym, nothing changes. You can memorize every dating tip online, but if you never approach someone in real life, you'll stay stuck. Growth happens out in the real world, not behind a black mirror. So here's my challenge for you. Go to a coffee shop, order something, treat the barista like a human being, ask how their day is going, then sit down, relax, and just watch. Notice how people interact, who's polite, who's giving a Gen Z stare, who makes people smile. We're social learners. Observing real interactions teaches you more about confidence and communication than binging 100 self-help videos. So that's a task. Get outside, talk to people, and build real experience. Thanks for listening. I hope this gave you something real to think about. Now, shut down the video, get out there, and as always, good luck in your journey.